It was 1969, height of the Vietnam War, with the draft being implemented and the anti-war movement still growing, with protests all over the U.S. The Vietnam War affected the economy to the very culture of the U.S. Music faced one of the biggest cultural changes due to the Vietnam War. 2 songs in one performance in 1969 showed how music was changing. John Lennon's song, Give Peace a Chance, the song more sung by Edwin Starr, and Jimi Hendrix's performance of the national anthem at Woodstock showed how musicians and artists were using music to express the frustration of the youth, rally people together, persuade the public, and fight the so-called establishment.
Okay? A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody talking about flag.
John Lennon, just getting married to Yoko in 1969, would do what he called a bed-in for his honeymoon to promote peace. During the bed-in, he created the song Give Peace a Chance. While the song didn't stand the test of time, Give Peace a Chance was significant for 1969. The song became the unofficial anthem of the anti-war protests in the U.S. This was also John Lennon's first single, showing that John Lennon began to want to use music as a means to protest war, promote peace, and appeal to the youth movement. War, sung by Edwin Starr, expressed the very feeling of many people in the U.S. The song brought protest music to the soul and black community, which the draft was affecting the most. The song was acting as a way to not only persuade the public war was bad and useless, but to also appeal to blacks and get them involved in the peace movement. The song shows how music was being used to persuade people and rally them together during the Vietnam War. Woodstock, the massive hippie music festival that would take place in 1969. On the final day of Woodstock, Jimi Hendrix gave a performance of the national anthem that would not be forgotten. In the background, sounds of bomb explosions and people screaming were played, while the older generation would consider this performance by Jimi Hendrix heresy. A majority of the youth loved the performance. Vietnam's effect on music made rock and roll artists such as Jimi Hendrix an icon of the youth, as Jimi Hendrix and others would do performances that were against mainstream values and take part in rebellious actions to express the dissatisfaction of the youth. The Vietnam War affected the economy to the very culture of the U.S. Music was culture that was heavily affected by the Vietnam War. In 1969, songs produced, such as Give Peace a Chance and War, were used to rally people together, promote the anti-war movement. At the same time, artists, such as Jimi Hendrix, would use performance to express the frustration of the youth and take part in rebellious acts. Vietnam's effect on music was great and is one example of how history affects pop culture.